The theatre remains very much at the heart of what we do, and probably the person that embodies that more than anyone is Guy Masterson, and he's bringing a huge range of shows back again this year, but the biggest of which is Animal Farm. We've had a long relationship with Georgia, and he's put together with the Tumanishvili Theatre from Tbilisi a wonderful production, and it's going to be something you really, really should go and see. Katie has worked with me for years, since the late 80s, and she does a formidable job trying to get work over. Again, one of those instances where it seems easy, but actually the task she's had to pull off just to finance getting the show here has been incredible.
Very moving, very easy to understand.
Beautiful acting, stunning production.
It was very beautiful, and it was very simple, and it was a strong story and very energetic, and it was a nice finish with the shoes. It was very interesting to see them standing on two legs, and finally stood up. So thank you for a good performance, and I had a lot to think about after seeing this show again. Yeah.
I just came out of a wonderful performance by the Tumanishvili Film Actors Theatre from Georgia. As always, this company has a long tradition in the Edinburgh Festival and has helped to shape a lot of the events that make this festival special. This particular performance was, I think, outstanding. The acting was fabulous, and it's a testament to the great education, I think, and the training that the actors have, particularly in ensemble acting. Having said that, of course, each character was very individually shaped and defined. The interpretation of the text was wonderful, the directing was wonderful.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was really impressive type of theatre, very physical, and I loved it. Yeah, brilliant.
I think that the production by the Tumanishvili Theatre of Animal Farm is absolutely wonderful. It's a perfect example of sort of physical theatre and a physical interpretation of what is a classic story. And I think that it has a message for everybody that human nature doesn't change, and it is the message that it sends across is as relevant as when the book was written originally. So it really is a wonderful production. I'm certainly going to see it again.
Okay, the City of Edinburgh Council is delighted to receive Katie Deletse and another one of her fantastic productions from Georgia. I have just presented Katie with a letter signed by myself, who I'm Deputy Leader of the City of Edinburgh Council, and the Lord Provost, who's the equivalent of the Lord Mayor, thanking Katie for all her efforts since 1988 in bringing so many wonderful productions to the City of Edinburgh for our Fringe Festival. There are over 3,000 different kinds of shows on in the last 3 weeks for this festival, and Katie's show, Animal Farm by George Orwell, has met with great critical acclaim. We're delighted to welcome Georgian companies to the city, and we hope that we will have a long and fruitful and lasting relationship with Katie and any other company that wants to come to the city to indulge in the Fringe Festival.
This is my 68th experience of the Edinburgh Festival. So I've seen it from the very beginning, from the year 1947, and I wonder if somebody called Joseph Stalin was still alive then. But it was a difficult year because the war had ended in 1945, but it was the beginning of the Cold War. And that wonderful country, which we know as Georgia, was cut off from the world of Edinburgh. No one thought about it, really. It had disappeared under the rule of Soviet communism. And therefore it is of the greatest importance that the 68th Edinburgh Festival has a Georgian dimension by one of the greatest theatre companies in the world. And I've just heard a magnificent, extraordinary performance using the language of that great country, Georgia. And the language is so beautiful, and it was so right to hear it dealing with the work of genius, which is Animal Farm. I think every politician in the world should come to see this production. I hope they will be invited to see it when it comes to, when it goes back to Tbilisi. Anyway, I have a wonderful little Scots fellow here who is...
Edinburgh is about international collaboration. The whole nature of this festival came out of the post-war desire to create goodwill between countries after a terrible conflict. And I think that kind of basic inherent ethos carries through. So to build a relationship with somewhere like Georgia has been very, very valuable. I think it's valuable to me personally, it's valuable to the people that come to the festival, and it's valuable to other performers because they bring a style of work that's completely different. Then in, I think, the late 90s, we came up with, again, another mad notion of creating a festival in Georgia. So a number of us got together and we talked about how we could create more cross-collaboration between countries. And the notion of creating a Georgian festival seemed a very good one. So it started out with the title of GIFT, the Georgian International Festival of Theatre. And the concept essentially was to take a small version of Edinburgh to Georgia. And to build on the goodwill of the relationship between the two countries. That's gone on to work, I think, extremely well. There's been a fallow period, I think, where Katie wasn't running it, but I think it's back up and running again now. And I think the collaboration of international companies going there and companies there coming here remains ever important. I think that the arts are the most important part of life. It's very difficult. Governments tend to get into discussions about what's worth supporting and what isn't, and very often the arts come lower down the agenda. I think they remain the most important part of the agenda because they're the bit that feed the imagination, they're the bit that give individual compulsion to do things, and they're the bit that inspire and show people what you can achieve in life and what you can say and think and do. Georgians are great at that. I remember when the first Georgian government was formed, not all that very long ago, the first Minister of Finance, his statement to the country was about love. Not about the fiscal economy, but about love. And I think that's what makes the Georgian people special. They are great, lovely people, and they're people I hope will continue to have a long relationship with for many years to come.
gentlemen, if I could have your attention just for 2 minutes before you leave. My name is Councillor Steve Cardowney. I'm the Deputy Leader of the City of Edinburgh Council. I've been asked to read out the following letter to you. It's from the Lord Provost of Edinburgh, Donald Wilson, and from myself as Deputy Leader and Festival and Events Champion. And it's to Katie Delezzi, the Artistic Director of the Film Actors Theatre, which we've seen just this very afternoon. It says, Dear Katie, Edinburgh International Festival 2014. It gives me great pleasure to write to you to congratulate you on receiving the Fringe 2014 Stage Award from the Stage magazine. Once more, congratulations to you and your company for the production of Animal Farm.
We are all Scottish today. Thank you very much. Edinburgh is my second home, is our second home. It's my home of pride. It's our walk of fame since '88. I'm so thankful to this incredible city, to these incredible people, William Bardett Coutts, Steve Cordoni, and the legend of Edinburgh Festival, who is here sitting, Richard DeMarco. Unbelievable Richard DeMarco.
Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Guy Masterson here. Hope you enjoyed the show. Please help us build word of mouth.